Yo, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? I'm on the last run of the day. Today, Tuesday. This is my long day. Started about 7 in the morning, end about 8:30 at night. You know what I'm saying? Talk about leadership, man. You know, everybody want to be a leader. Everybody want to be a boss. Everybody throw around this boss word. Everybody a boss. Everybody a boss. But haven't went through any of the process. Like, we take shortcuts and don't go through the process, and then we jack it off. You know what I'm saying? I've done it. You know what I mean? It's like, man, the first thing it is individualism. Everybody want to be their own boss, their own individual boss. To me, I don't have a problem with playing my part, learning from whoever is in the lead. You know what I'm saying? For real, like, I sit to the back and observe and put in my work where it's needed. You know what I mean? If I gotta sit there and hand the mechanic the wrench while I learn, I hand the mechanic the wrench while I learn. At least I'm doing my part on getting that car running or fixing whatever the issue was. You know what I'm saying? We gotta learn how to play our part before we can be a boss. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can all have our individual businesses, right? But then say we trying to build something. Everybody can't be the leader. I don't want to be the leader, actually. I want to be the one to get my hands dirty. So then I know I went through the process. And then when it's my time to lead, I'll know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? In order to be a leader, you got to be a good follower. You know what I mean? Don't nobody like the followers. Every man for himself. You know what I'm saying? That's why we stay on the bottom of the totem pole as a people, because it's every man for himself. We rarely encourage each other, right? I could be talking too much about my business, man. This going like this going like that. Another person wouldn't want to hear it. Oh, we don't want to hear what you're talking about. Why not? I want to hear what the person talking about, because I'm going to ask some questions. You know what I'm saying? If I can be a part of it, we can exchange value or whatever, I'm going to play my part. I don't have to be the boss. I don't have to be the boss to win, as long as I contribute to the team winning. You know what I'm saying? If we on the basketball team and I'm good at getting rebounds and getting the ball to the man that's scoring, I'm a winner too. If we win, I played my part. I don't have to have the shine, man. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that I wouldn't want it one day, but I know you got to put in work to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? You know what I enjoy playing my part. You know what I mean? Everybody want to be a leader, so with everybody aspiring to be a leader, everybody playing individual parts. Who are you leading? If there's nobody following, you know what I mean? Who's the boss if nobody's employed? You know what I'm saying? We hustlers at the end of the day, because there's no infrastructure, there's no business, there's no system. Like, you ever read the Four Quadrants? The cash flow quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. Same person made Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You have the employee, you have the self-employed, you have the business, and you have the investor. Four quadrant. So the employee, he worked for somebody. There's nothing wrong with that. You got to start somewhere. You got to earn capital in order to become self-employed, right? But if you're self-employed, there's no system set in place. You always got to be there in order to create capital. Now you got your business. Like people be like, I'm a small business, I'm a business. You're not a business if you're not a business if it's not an infrastructure, if it's not something, a process that's running the business. Like Ford Motor Company, for instance. They have the assembly line. Now that's a business because it has a process. It has a process to where they build the cars. It's an infrastructure. Now an investor, he's taking that money and making that money work for him. You know what I mean? Putting the money into something, the stock market, life insurance, high yielding savings accounts, and that money is working for you. Like me, I'm an employee and I'm self-employed. I don't own a business. You know what I'm saying? I'm self-employed. When you own a business, it's a system that's creating whatever you're selling or whatever service you're providing, and you don't have to be there for that business to create whatever it is that you're selling. You know what I'm saying? When you're an employee, you got to be at work to make money. When you are self-employed, you have to be there to make money. When you have a business, you don't have to be there because it's a system that's creating whatever it is that makes your money. You just created the system, and the system runs automatically when you have a business. Now, when you're an investor, then you're just putting your money in there and the money is working. That's to the point where we want to get. We want to get to where we can put our money somewhere and then our money work. You know what I'm saying? So, going back to being a leader and a follower. A good employee is a good follower. And if he's a good employee and he has a mindset of learning, then that person that's learning whatever it is. And then you have your self-employed person who has to be there to make money, and hopefully they're learning the system, just learning how to set up a system. And then you have your business, which the system is set up and you don't have to be there to make money. Then you have an investment. So in order to be a good leader or a good boss, you have to follow, you have to learn, and you have to educate yourself in order to catapult yourself to that position. You know what I'm saying? So quit talking all this boss talk, all this leadership talk. You know what I mean? All this leader talk. You know what I mean? And you can be self-employed and you can be an employee and still be a leader. You know what I'm saying? But you'll be following somebody. You know what I mean? If that makes sense to y'all, man. Y'all have a good evening. Love, be safe.